Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about something that is somewhat close to my heart. And maybe not really close to my heart. About one of the biggest, I guess, one of the biggest downfalls I could have had in my life. All right, there we go. As I've mentioned, oh, it's the space core going to the space. Oh my god, I can move my head too fast. Thank you, Arthur, for the redeem. Thank you for the redeem. All right, so here's the talk. I've mentioned multiple times already on streams, but I'm a non-drinker. I haven't been drinking for a while now, in fact. The only thing I drink sometimes are alcohol-free beers, and that's it. I have no alcohol apart. Alcohol-free beers have no alcohol in them, so obviously I hadn't had alcohol drop in my mouth in a while. I don't even remember I had a alcohol candy even. Yeah. Yeah, so I haven't drank any alcohol in a while, and there's a reason to that. I don't know how many times I've mentioned it on stream, but actually, wait, we're gonna start earlier. We're gonna start a bit earlier. My current job, my current work. I don't want to say what I currently do for life. I don't want to say what I currently do for life, but my work is very stressful. My work is very stressful. I remember, back in the day, like in 2015, I wasn't drinking a lot. I was, like alcohol candy. I don't mind it. I'm not gonna seek it out. I'm not gonna buy it on my own. But if anyone gives me one, then I'm not gonna say no. So yeah, up until 2015. So, of course, the first time I drank was, I think I was 17. Yeah, I was 17. My dad bought me a beer. Yeah, and up until 2016, 2015 even, I wasn't drinking a lot. If there was a chance, I would go and drink. But most of my friends were not allowed to drink alcohol yet. Because most of my friends, I'm a bit older than them. I think I'm about 2 years older than most of my friends IRL. So now in 2015 I wasn't drinking a lot, because I didn't feel like drinking on my own. Then New Year's 2015-2016, my friend pulled out a little prank on me. Because everyone was allowed to drink all the time. Our host was a non-drinker, and still is. In fact, I think he had a little bit of a champagne before he was 18, and that's about it. Since he became an adult, he didn't have a single drop. I wanted to ask. It's okay. Guys, that music is kind of fitting. We're gonna put it on repeat actually, because it's about to end. Yeah, I'm gonna play it one more time because it's fitting. It fits a lot. Alright, so yeah, they pulled a bit of a prank on me. They poured all, how did you do that? You're gonna get a gun in VR. That was a map thing. There was a gun on the map, if you're asking about that. Oh god damn it, not again. I wanted to do a gun prop for my model, but things didn't go out as I hoped they would, so no gun for the model, unfortunately. Okay, back. We had whiskey and cola, because that's what we were drinking a lot at the time. That's what we were drinking the most. And they put a little bit of prank on me. They poured a shit ton of whiskey into my glass, and I really mean shit ton of whiskey. There was a lot of it. Yeah, and of course, because I didn't want to be, so when I came back, because I went to a bathroom for for a minute. I went to the bathroom for a minute. I've noticed there's far more drink in my glass. There's far more drink in my glass. At the time I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna waste that. I'm not gonna waste that, so I'm gonna drink it all. I think that was the first time ever that I was. I never was blackout drunk, thankfully, but that was the first time I remember I was. Wait, no, that was the second time ever I was tipsy. The first time ever. Wait, hold up. Wait, no, I misremembered. The first time I drank a beer was New Year's Eve 2012, 2013. My dad bought me a beer, a Desperados. It was nice. Then a few months, I think the same year in May, my dad bought me a 4-pack of some beer because his friend came over. Dad's friend came over, you know, and we're gonna get a little bit to that later. You know, his friend came over, and you know, we did a somewhat fun thing because I used to live in a house, not in a flat. I used to live in a really nice house. And we had a barbecue, you know, like a moving barbecue, so we can move it wherever we want. So we had an idea. My dad had an idea. We're gonna put the barbecue in the middle of our garden, because our garden was mostly made out of concrete. There wasn't a lot of grass in it because my dad had at the time had actually it was my grandma. My grandma had her own business before that, and we needed a place to park a van. I don't want to say a van, you know. Screw it. I'm gonna say a van. We need a space to park a van. So we had concrete, and we decided to put the barbecue, the grill, in the middle of it, in the middle of the place to park, because at the time my grandma was already retired, so we sold the van. There was no need for that. We sold it, but we had more space. We had more space. We had enough space for another car at least. Okay, we put the barbecue in the middle, and we sit around it. Thank you, Robin, for the pipe. Thank you for the pipe. Plant for park. A place to park a car. You know, that music is too good. That music was too good. We're gonna go back to it. If we can. No, we can't. Hold up. I'm gonna find it. Can I? Maybe we can do something else that's kind of fit in. Give me a minute. We're gonna find something. I have an idea. We're gonna play Borderlands 3 soundtrack for them, but we're gonna play it sequential for a little bit. Alrighty. Alright. Hi Robin, I hope you're doing great today. At least far better than I am, because I'm slightly sick, but it's okay. I'm gonna be fine. Okay, so yeah, we placed that barbecue in the middle of the spot to park the car, and we sit around it. And we start drinking. I mean, everyone was drinking apart from my brother, who was 13 at the time. Yeah, he was 13 at the time. And my dad gave me a six. Wait, no, not a six-pack. Wait, no. He gave me. I hope you get better tonight. Thank you, Ron. Thank you. It really means a lot to me. So yeah, we sit. We drink, you know, with my family, because you know they were thinking, you know, because I was a reasonable kid, so, and they had an approach of, you know, it's bad because sorry. There was a bit of an issue, you know, with kids drinking at the time, you know, underage people drinking, and my parents were thinking, you know, Exile is nice, reasonable. He doesn't like to get himself into trouble. It's gonna be far better if you allow him to drink at home from time to time, than you know, if he was to drink, you know, somewhere on his own. So they allowed me to drink from time to time. I think I only drank twice or 3 times when I was underage. But whatever, they allowed me to do it. I drank 2 beers, which is not a lot, but at the time I weighted how much? About 48 kilograms. For those from America, lemonade and honey might help you feel better. Thank you, Aura. Unfortunately, I have neither of those at home. Maybe I can grab. I'm actually gonna have to do some shopping tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to grab some of it. I'm gonna have to grab some. You're right, but yeah, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. So yeah, I drank 2 beers, and I was weighing about 48 kilos. So for those in America, that's about 100 pounds. And I was at the time about 175 meters, so just a little bit under. You have a ginger exam? No, unfortunately, I don't have it either. I only have tea at home because I wasn't. I was planning to get sick, and I only have some medicine for that, and I took it. I took some medicine for the sickness. It's helping a lot actually, because like I said before, it was fun. Alright, sorry. It used to be far worse. It was far worse in the morning. And now at least I can talk. And I can sit. Okay, so to continue my talk. So I was a featherweight. Back then. I was a featherweight. And I barely drank. So those 2 beers got me wasted. Not blackout drunk, because I still remember what happened. I was wobbling when I walked, and I was talking nonsense. And back then, I used to play Battlefield 3 with a group made by a YouTuber. And that was 2 a.m. That was 2 a.m. My parents went somewhere. I stayed at home on my own, and I'm like, you know what? It's off day for school. There's no school tomorrow, so I'm gonna hop in to the TeamSpeak server, because we were on a TeamSpeak server back then. I wonder how many of you remember that software. We were on a TeamSpeak server, and I started talking whack. Some dude, I think he was about 30. Some dude figured out that I'm drunk, and he had a fun out of me. He had a lot of fun. Yeah, and also I decided to record it, because if you remember, I was doing some stuff on Polish YouTube back then, and I recorded it. Thankfully, I didn't publish it because I made a simple mistake. Back then, in 2013, I was in a musical project. And we had we were developing tracks. We were developing songs, and our guitar dude recorded some stuff for the future, for far future, I should say. And I played it by accident. I was listening to it, and back then it was very hard to separate tracks in recording. So I couldn't use that because he was playing in a loop. So yeah, that was a no-go. Yeah, that was the first time I was drunk. Yeah, and then I mentioned the second time when my friends pulled out a prank on me. And then we were for the next year. I was actually drinking a lot, but not too much, you know. Yeah, I think at the time it was the time I drank the most in my life, because I think I was drinking at least once a month with friends. I wasn't drinking on my own. I want to make that clear. You know, there's actually a funny thing, you know, that I somewhat believe that the way you start a year is gonna be how the year is gonna go. And I started the year kind of wasted, not blackout wasted, but drunk. And I was drinking a lot that year. Okay, so we move a couple of years. I wasn't drinking at all. I wasn't drinking that much. Sometimes I'm drinking at home, but mostly those were alcohol-free beers, and sometimes I don't like a regular beer. But that was like 1, 2 max. Because at the time I had a rule: if I ever get myself blackout wasted, or I'm gonna get myself to the point where when I vomit after drinking, I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it. So yeah, a few years pass. Then I go to college. I wasn't drinking a lot in college. Then the college ends. I struggled to find job. Well, I struggled to find work back in the time. I got 2 short-term gigs, thankfully, so at least I had something to do at the time. But I think year 1 went by, and in 2023, I finally managed to find a stable job, thankfully. But there's something I need to tell you. My family, unfortunately, has a bit of an alcohol issue on my dad's side. It's not like my dad was drinking, so much that he was constantly drunk. No, far from that. He wasn't drinking often, up until a certain point. But when he was drinking, actually no, he was drinking culturally, so to say. He was drinking culturally, so he knew when to stop. But eventually, I don't know when exactly. I want to say 2017. It started getting out of hand, unfortunately. And Dad got so drunk twice that one time he broke the toilet. He broke the toilet. I have no idea how he did. Sorry, that was 2016. That was late 2016, because I was in the cinema. I came back from the cinema. I see Dad got so drunk that he destroyed the toilet. So we got a new one. But then about a year later, he destroyed our shower cabin as well when drunk. And he would say some mad shit while drunk. But fortunately, he never hit anyone while drunk. He never did that, thankfully. He would sometimes just say mad shit. Well, he never hit anyone. He never abused us physically. Mentally, it's far from abuse, but it was far from great, I would say. Then, in 2018, he bought a new barbecue. He wanted to celebrate it, but for some reason, he drank it a lot again. But this time in the morning. Also, I'm gonna change the song because it didn't fit at all. Why is it random? We're gonna play this. We're gonna play this. That's a good fit. Yes, that's a good one. So in 2018, after that was May. It was May. After he was drinking, again. Next day he had a massive, and I mean massive, stomach pain. So much so that he actually went to the doctor, and they sent him to the hospital because apparently he had a cyst on his pancreas. The doctors found a cyst on his pancreas. So, unfortunately, here's the thing. We had no idea. The doctors did not tell anyone about that. The doctors didn't tell us about that. They didn't tell him. They didn't tell my mom. They told no one. Which is why I kind of hate our, hospital in my hometown. I'm not a big fan of it. So yeah, eventually he got to the point. Oh my god. So yeah, continuing. They let him home. They let my dad home. They didn't tell anyone about the cyst. So he was fine for the next 3 weeks. And then the pain came back, and he was sent to the hospital. And the cyst exploded. It popped. Thankfully, that survived, but there was at one point there was a very low chance for him to survive. Yeah, that survived. He's still alive, but he can't drink anymore, thankfully, and it actually made him a better person that he can't drink anymore, and he can't eat spicy food. So and he can't even eat barbecue food right now. So he kind of lamented that he bought a barbecue and he wasn't able to use it at all. He didn't eat a single time out of it. I'm gonna turn myself a little. There we go. So yeah, that's that. My granddad also apparently had some alcohol issues, but I'm not aware of it. So yeah, now there we come to me. I get a new jump in finally a stable jump in 2023. I'm not gonna say what I do for a living, but I'm gonna say that my jump is very stressful, and I mean very, very stressful. And you know, it got to the point where at one point I was like, you know what? I had a very stressful week because it was a weekend. I had a very stressful week, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna drink a beer. Then I drank another one, and another one. I ended up at 4, and those were somewhat strong because I was very tipsy. So yeah, it helped me. It helped me a lot mentally. So after that, I started drinking more. Basically, every weekend I was drinking. I would. Ow! Thank you for the pipe, Artem. Thank you. Yeah, I would drink with my friends sometimes. They noticed that I started drinking more as well. I even had a hangover because about a year ago, I want to say, I had no hangover. Sometimes I was only thirsty in the morning, and that's it. Thank you, Order, for the pipe. Yeah, exactly. So I started drinking more. So what's going on here? I don't know. And more. I got to go to the store. Be right back. It's okay. I hope your trip is gonna be safe, Robin. So yeah, it eventually got to the point where I still wasn't blackout drunk, and I still didn't vomit. But I've noticed. Wait, hold up! I'm drinking more and more. So eventually, I decided to stop drinking just for a little. Stop drinking at all. And then I think I wasn't drinking for a few weeks, and then I found a lighter beer. And I was able to drink more of them. I think I was drinking 6 of those beers in a single weekend. Those were very nice beers, by the way. But yeah. And eventually I had an idea, okay, you know what, I'm gonna come back to that beer I was drinking before. And that was the worst night of my life. That was actually the worst night of my life. Because, I realized, that was a very bad mistake. Thankfully, I didn't vomit. I wasn't blackout drunk. But, yeah, that was the worst night of my life. I was unable to sleep. I think if I drank just a little bit more, just a few drops more, I would actually vomit. That was the worst night of my life. And then the next morning, I decided, you know what? That's it. No more beer. So, it's been on Wednesday. This Wednesday, February 5th. It was the last time I drank. An alcohol. Which is why I wanted to do the stream today, because it's been half a year now. And even if I'm not in the best of shape, because of this goddamn sickness, I wanted to talk a little bit. I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to open myself to you guys. Maybe I had to do it. Maybe I had to do it for my own mental health because sometimes not gonna lie, sometimes I'm tempted to get back to drinking, even though I wouldn't say I was a pure alcoholic. I wasn't a pure alcoholic, never. But I was close to it. And I wanted to talk. I just wanted to get this out of my chest. Yeah. God damn it! I'm kind of. I'm shedding tears right now. I'm shedding tears. God damn it. Yeah. I don't know if that was the best idea, but maybe I needed it. But you know what's the worst part? The work is still stressful. It actually became even more stressful. I actually need to wipe my eyes because I'm crap. Wipe my eyes. Because I actually started tearing up. Yeah. The job is still stressful. My contract runs out in a few months, and I made the decision that I'm not gonna renew it. I'm gonna have to seek a new job. In about half a year. I had that proposition already, but I'm not gonna accept it until the contract runs out for me. Yeah. So why did I want to talk about this? Because one, I wanted to get this out of my chest. Like actually, I wanted to get this out of my chest. And two, I don't want you guys to go the same path. I don't want you guys to go the same path as I did. Because thankfully I stopped myself before it could have gotten worse. I've stopped myself. But alcohol is a big issue. Drink carefully, that's what I'm gonna say. Or if you feel like you're going too far, just stop. Your liver is gonna help you. Thank you. Your liver is gonna thank you a lot. And oh, we have an outbreak. Your liver is gonna thank you, and your stomach, and your mental health is gonna thank you as well. Okay.